a graduate of Oberlin College. He has a BA with a double major in English and History and received a Master's of Library Science from the University of Maryland with a concentration in archives. Wow. Working for the Free Library of Philadelphia since 2005, Daniel has worked in branches before working in business, science, and industry in the industry department for 2 years, where he provided support for people opening and running small businesses. He became the library coordinator for Parkway Central in 2011, a position in which he facilitates library programming and assists in the administrative office of Parkway Central Public Services. Please join me in welcoming Daniel. He's been so patient, and he's here now, and he has some good things to tell us.
Thank you. I'm just going to take a quick second and get these papers circulating. So, take one and pass them back. Okay, so when I was invited, I assumed that my job here was going to be to talk about how you guys could use library services and sort of one-on-one interactions with people who needed help doing things, and I would just talk a lot about the website, and that would be that. And then I listened to everybody introduce themselves, and I realized who was here, and wow, so many great people have showed up, and people we've worked with in the past, and people I respect. I mean, Diversified Community Services I worked with when I worked at the Queen Memorial Branch. PHS, everybody loves. You guys all come from places that have touched the library, and I hope the library has helped you guys out. So what I would like to take a second to do, instead of talking about what's on that little cheat sheet, because you can take that home and read it and explore our website and see everything that's there, is a little bit about what the library is and versus what a lot of people think the library is. Because most people think of a library and they think that it's a building, and it's a building that's full of books and computers and maybe a couple DVDs and CDs. That may be what the library used to be, and then you came in and you chose to use it or chose not to use it, and it existed within those walls, and you were pretty much self-directed. What the Free Library of Philadelphia wants to be going forward is not just a building, but something that kind of is in the groundwork for the entire community. That we want to be the information that underlies making great decisions and doing great things. I want to say, and again, this is all improv, so I'm sorry if I wander, but we're a cradle to grave organization at this point. We start with parents with children who are too young to read, talking about finger play and introducing them to books and introducing them to language and song, and we go all the way to senior programming. And there is not anyone in the community we don't care about. And ex-cons are welcome. Everyone is welcome. Veterans are welcome. To the extent to which it's possible to serve them, people with mental illness are welcome. So the other thing I want to say is that we are now pretty much everywhere. This is a system that was built for Philadelphia circa 1955, and that has its pluses and minuses. But the plus is that, does anybody know how many McDonald's there are in the city of Philadelphia? Yeah, well, I did the Reference USA search, which is something you can do through our website, and it's a database that costs us a lot to maintain, and it really helps small businesses. And the last time I did it, which was probably about 2 years ago, it said there were 48 McDonald's within the city limits. There are 54 public libraries. So there is no neighborhood, if you're inside the city limits or within a couple blocks of it, that's not walkable to a library, really. I mean, sometimes there are barriers, and we have been actively trying to break those down. Is anybody here involved with an organization that's involved with the BTOP grant and public computing centers? So we're doing our hotspots, which are half funded by BTOP and half funded by Knight. And there are other ones that are running through Parks and Rec and through nonprofits, and those are computing centers that are, spaced throughout the city. And if you guys are information advocates, between libraries and computer labs and computer centers, if you need someplace to sit down with someone and use a computer and get that form filled out to get them apply for LIHEAP. There's somebody out there to do it, and if you don't know where they are, call us up, because we know where they are. So our website is freelibrary.org. It has the list of all 54 of our locations. It also is the passageway to all of our databases. And you guys are all information literate, so you know that a database is different from Google, because a database is organized and everything inside it is vetted and it's professional, and we pay a lot of money to give people access to them, and most of ours are available off-site when you need your library card. So this is the time, if you guys are here and you have a break and you don't have a library card, or you lost it, or you let it expire, run downstairs and renew it and have it, and then take it to our website. Where, like I said, we cover the gamut. We cover the gamut on the website. We do everything from, and it's on the handout, I always have to plug Learning Express Library if you have somebody, and again, just about K through whatever, because it will help you develop Learning Express Library will help you develop elementary skills in math and science, but it'll also help you practice for the firefighter exam, and the SAT, and the PSAT, and I think even the GREs now, and it even has tutorials on using computers, and it's free, and it's available over the internet. You take the practice exam, it grades you, and it tells you how you did, and then you go back and you work on your weak points. But we're also doing ebooks and downloadable audiobooks, and for people who only read on their computer, we have something for them. And for people who read books, we're still here. In 54 locations, we're still circulating books. So that's my spiel for the library, and that, fundamentally our feeling is